All right, let's dive into a really potent bit of ancient text today. Psalms chapter 127.
Hmm.
It's short, but wow, it presents some, let's say, countercultural ideas about success and, well, where blessing really comes from.
Exactly. It definitely offers a perspective that might rub against how we typically think about just pure hard work and, building a life or a family.
Yeah, it kind of asks us to look at the foundation first.
Right.
So it kicks off immediately with these parallel lines.
Mm.
Unless the Lord builds the house, its builders labor in vain. And
Mm.
then unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchmen stand guard in vain.
That repetition really hammers the point home, doesn't it?
It does. It seems to be saying, look, your effort, even the most dedicated, you're building, you're guarding,
Hmm.
it's ultimately in vain if there isn't this deeper purpose or, well, divine involvement.
Yeah, it's not dismissing the effort itself, I don't think.
No, probably not.
But it's questioning its effectiveness on its own, like what's it really built on?
Right. And it makes you think, for you listening, are there parts of your life where you're just pouring energy in, but maybe it feels hollow, like that foundation isn't solid?
And the psalm connects that vain labor feeling straight away to, the daily grind.
How so?
It continues, in vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, which sounds like just basic survival, right?
Yeah, like burn the candle at both ends.
Exactly. But then it contrasts that, for he grants sleep to those he loves. So that intense, maybe anxious toil
Yeah.
is set against this idea of God providing even basic rest, sleep to those he favors. It really questions that relentless, self-reliant hustle.
So it's not just about big projects like building a house or city, but even about how we approach our daily work and rest.
That's interesting.
It is. It links that feeling of futility with a lack of maybe trust
Mm.
and therefore a lack of real rest.
Okay, so that's the first major theme. Then the psalm shifts gears, doesn't it? Moves towards family.
It does, quite strikingly. It says, sons are a heritage from the Lord, children a reward from him. And it's very direct about it. Not just children are nice to have, but specifically, as the text puts it, they are a heritage and a reward from a divine source.
Right. A gift, explicitly.
And then comes that really vivid image.
The arrows. Yeah, like arrows in the hands of a warrior are sons born in one's youth.
Okay, unpack that analogy for us.
Yeah.
Arrows for a
I
warrior.
don't know, think about it. Arrows are tools, right? For
Right.
defense, for projecting power or influence, for engaging with challenges or opportunities. They're not just passive things.
So it's framing children, especially sons born when the father is, young and strong.
Exactly, as sources of present and future strength, capability, maybe even defense. It's a very strategic view, perhaps, not just sentimental.
Less about cute babies and more about capability and impact.
From this particular worldview, yes, it adds a layer of, you could say, strategic value.
And the psalm ties this directly to blessing and security in the final verse.
Mm-hmm. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. The quiver being full of these arrows, these children.
So lots of children equals blessing, according to this.
That's what it states. And then it connects that to security. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their enemies in the gate.
The gate, that was like the city square, right? Public space, legal stuff.
Exactly. Place of business, judgments, public disputes. So facing enemies in the gate could mean legal challenges, public opposition, maybe even physical threats.
And having a full quiver, lots of capable family members, provides support, defense, standing.
That seems to be the clear implication in the text. Strength, support, and vindication in the public square.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap the main ideas here from Psalms 127.
Sure. First, genuine success and security depend fundamentally on divine involvement, not just human striving.
Right. Effort alone can be vain.
Mm-hmm.
And that's linked to how we work and rest.
Yes, relentless toil is contrasted with a kind of divinely granted rest or sleep.
And then the second big point, children viewed explicitly as a divine gift, a heritage.
And a reward, providing tangible strength and security, like a warrior's arrows, especially in public life or challenges.
It's definitely a specific viewpoint presented in this source.
Very much so. These are the perspectives laid out in this particular psalm.
So a final thought for you to maybe chew on. Given this ancient perspective where God's involvement is key for your work to matter, where rest is a gift, and where children are seen as this divine reward bringing strength, how might that, challenge or change how you look at your own efforts, your need for rest, or even the value and purpose you see in family?